This audio presentation of You Are God is broadcast to you courtesy of MindworthyInfo.com and is presented to you by yours truly, Rasheeal Dixon. The purpose of You Are God is to break down the Bible and to show you that the Bible is nothing more than allegory, and it isn't meant to be taken literally. But throughout the ages, men has been taking the Bible literally, and by doing this, they have diminished the true mystical fact that lies within the Bible. You Are God is here to break down the Bible piece by piece and to show you that all the characters, places, and events are nothing more than different states of man's consciousness personified as characters, places, and events. Family, I thank you so much for joining me. Please feel free to come on over to MindworthyInfo.com and subscribe to the newsletter, and stop by Amazon and pick up the book, 21 Biblical Metaphysical Techniques to Tap into Your Inner God. And please feel free to stop by the YouTube channel, Mystical Thinking with Rasheeal Dixon. Today, we will discuss the never-ending story. And as we see, the Bible is a book that was written centuries ago, but to this day it's still relevant, and it is a never-ending story on its own. But the never-ending story that we're going to talk about today is the story that is going on within you, and the story that if you're a person that isn't complacent and you are always trying to reach and grow and build, that story is always right in itself. You know what I mean? Times when you might be feeling stuck because you feel like your growth isn't going or accelerating at the pace that you want it to accelerate. This is a never-ending story. Those who remain complacent and stop and complain about life and just stay stagnant are the ones who allow this story to be written, and they're not the author of the story. You author your life. You are the one that is supposed to design it. This never-ending story is always playing out. All the characters in this story is being written by you, and you just step into a state of consciousness that make you act upon that story. Some people play the story or play the role in their story as the person who is the victim of life, while others turn around and play the role as the person who is the victor. And it's funny that victim and victor comes from the same Latin word victorum. And victor is the one who conquered, while the one who is a victim is the one who is being conquered. When you're playing the role as the victim, your story is being written in a way where you are angry, you are mad, you are feeling like society and everything is taking you down. When really, if you just switch your states and switch the whole way that you look at things, and you would see major differences. You would see a major breakthrough. Notice someone who plays the role of the victim is always coming up with faults, while someone who plays the role of the victor, no matter what might come in their way, even if it might be a tough road ahead, they can still see the end because they have already imagined the outcome, and they left it up to their inner being, and their subconscious mind will start to play out and give them what they are seeking. And what they're seeking is to have an advantage, to have a leverage, not to make life basically have them under its foot. When you're being trampled and feel like every single day and every moment of the day you cannot find your way, you're at a job that you hate. It is hard. You're doing something that you don't like. You hate how everything is going. That is the most miserable feeling. Sometimes you got to make that big leap and just trust and believe in yourself, and your I am will take you to new heights. But when you don't believe in that inner being that is in you, that is giving you power and that will empower you to go forward and excel, you will only empower yourself to be a victim, and this victim feeling will continue to derail you every step of the way and beat you up. When you get knocked down, you got to get up. If you knock a million doors and people are saying no, 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 don't give up, because the next door might open. And all it takes is one win to wipe away a million losses. You can lose a million times, but you'll forget all those times you lost when you have that win and that breakthrough, the major win that comes through. This never-ending story is being written by you, and you must make sure the story goes according to the way that the author wants it to go. And who is the author? You are the author. You are the being, and you have a spirit in you that can shine and go forward. But if you allow this spirit to not shine, you will tear yourself down. You will be the cause of your own problems. And no matter how much you try, how much help you try to seek, if you're not willing to help yourself, someone else cannot help you. What will happen now is that all their words will be are just empty words flying and landing on ears that are closed. You will hear not, and you will see not. You will not be able to see the outcome because in your mind you already imagined a life of hell. You already imagined the story of being one where it's not written or it's not going in your favor. Those who want to create the ideal existence for themselves rewrite their own story. They revise it 1,000,000 times and they change it so many ways that by the time that they get to a certain chapter in their life, I said by the time that they get to a certain chapter in their life, they know that the chapters will change because they have authored it and they are molding it and they are shaping it. This story is always never ending. Your story only ends when your life is over and you have to go on your transition to the next realm. Until then, you are supposed to be here. You're supposed to conquer. You're supposed to want to win. And you're supposed to want to see yourself float and fly. Because what you think, feel, and imagine is always showing itself on the screen of space. It is always coming to life. You know, family, I am around quite a great number of people. And one thing I can say, most human beings, the majority, want things to go their way. I have never been around someone that will openly say they want to fail. But by your actions and what you say, those are two different things. If you're not being focused and you're not imagining a great belief in you and imagining a great outcome, then it's basically you're imagining yourself to fail. Because what you expect and your expectation is everything. You will rise. You are one with Yahweh, the creator of the universe, created you to be the great being that you're supposed to be. There's no failure in the eyes of God because that is who you are. That is the same force that keeps the earth on its axis and keeps the universe and everything in order. The imbalance and the problems come when people are unable to fix their situation because what they see isn't aligning with what they believe, and what they truly believe is what they're seeing, even if they might not admit it. You know, the power of life is in you. Life flows through you, and you give life to everything and every situation that is occurring in your life. Think about how, if you were on your deathbed, how you'd want to look back, and you would want to look back and say that you wrote a story that is compelling not only to you, but to others, and it inspires humanity and inspire someone to look at you, how you came from not having the way that you originally wanted to change in that. Rewriting the story and the script is something that you created. What are you acting out in your imagination? What are you saying to yourself daily? What are you thinking? And most importantly, what are you feeling? Because these feelings come to life. And these feelings are everything. They are real. It is not a secret. It is not a lie. But the lie is when that devil state of mind, which is a liar, which is stealing from you. And like what it says in the Bible, you have turned my house into a den of thieves. When you turn the house that you live in mentally into a den of thieves, it steals from you and it robs you of all your hope and of all your dreams and of all your goals. The story is for you. And the story is for you to write it so that you can recite it and you can believe it to being real. Everything that you do from here on in is created by you. So there is no real need to corrupt your story with something that you don't like. Because the blessings of God is always in you and always will flow when you know who God is and when you can accept that, that's when you will see great change. And you will see everything become exactly what you imagine. Because your life to this point is based off everything that you have previously imagined or whatever impression you have given to your inner being. And the subconscious mind does the rest. Think about that, family. I'm going to leave you with that little thought for you to meditate upon. And please, if you want some more teachings and want great messages sent to your inbox to keep you going, stop by mindworthyinfo.com and subscribe to the newsletter. And go to amazon.com and get yourself a copy of 21 Biblical Metaphysical Techniques to Tap into Your Inner God. It also comes with a free video course, so you will be able to learn these lessons in the book and be able to tap into it and practice it slowly, because it's a 21-week lesson book and everything will illumine you and open up your mind. And don't forget to go on over to YouTube and subscribe to Mystical Thinking with Rasheeal Dixon. May you all stay blessed, and may all the abundance that the universe has to offer come to you. And know that it's a never-ending story, but you must write the story. Until next time, have a great one. Now, let's rest.